Guyana remains the most corrupt of the countries in the Caribbean. Corruption undermines democracy. It weakens the rule of law and helps keep poverty alive. And every citizen who relies on the uprightness of persons in positions of authority is made to feel some kind of pain once corruption exists. Dr. Joey Jagan thinks that corruption has found a bed in Guyana.
And my father was dead set against corruption, dead set. And there is no question there's corruption in this country, in government circles. There's no question about that.
Dr. Jagan is befuddled by the improprieties of the people with whom he had campaigned during the 2011 general elections. He thinks the Ramatar administration has not met the challenge of corruption head-on.
Unfortunately, the people who have the power to correct that are not doing it. And a classic case is the case of NCN, with Mr. Sitar and the other one goes around. They should have been brought before the courts by now. There's no excuse for that.
There is very little data, but much denial in government circles about the issue of corruption in government departments. But major governance indicators suggest that there is a high level of corruption in official circles in Guyana. Dr. Jagan concurs.
And I don't think the government is doing enough. Jagan would have, I could tell you that. He would have done something about it. And I don't understand it. I can't understand how they could get before the people and tell them with good governance when you're not wiping out and expediting corruption. If you're not going to do it, then how can you talk about good governance? It goes hand in hand. You can't have good governance with corruption. And you can't have, you understand what I'm saying? So anytime there's corruption, you got bad governance. And
Joey Jagan says he's not an isolated critic of the administration regarding corruption at high levels. He's concerned that despite the good people standing up and speaking out against the prevalence of corruption, it will be like water on a duck's back when the electorate has to make that crucial decision.
I think that this government has a lot to deal with in terms of facing the electorate, with the electorate feeling the way they are. Because I speak to a lot of PPP people, and they're convinced that the government is corrupt. A lot of people in the PPP, and the PPP, but you see again, the problem is that the racial configuration makes people vote a certain way, even though they might know something.
Joey Jagan says the Ramatar administration has not been following in the footsteps of his father, the late Dr. Chedi Jagan, and that will cost his father's party in a big way.
And unfortunately, this government is not following his dream. That is a fact. And they are paying a price, and they will continue to pay the price.